we are back. Welcome on in, the Sarcastic Geek, Avatar: The Last Airbender. This time, episode 3, titled The Southern Air Temple, which, in my childhood, this episode happened like near the end of season 1. But we are nowhere near there, and we're about to hit with some heavy feels. So early warnings for those who are sensitive. We're going to be talking about some serious trauma, and we get some growth pertaining to our boy Zuko, as well as Aang kind of coming to grips with what the world truly is now. And if you enjoy this style of content, by means, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe, and remember, all video content happens always after the first minute due to YouTube's usual standards, norms, practices, whatever you want to call it. But after that point, we'll have some Avatar: The Last Airbender, this time our 3rd episode. Thanks all for hitting that subscribe button, really helping keep the channel alive, growing, and making me enjoy doing these reactions along with you. Remember, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'll chat back to you. We'll have a good time. Enjoy this movie experience. Without further ado, let's get into some Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Wait till you see it, Katara. The Air Temple is one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Aang, I know you're excited, but it's been 100 years since you've been home.
That's why I'm so excited.
It's just that a lot can change in all that time.
I know, but I need to see it for myself.
Do you really want to see it for yourself? It's been 100 years, and everyone says they haven't seen an airbender in that length of time. Just so we are all perfectly clear, we're not talking about missing airbenders. We're talking about an entire bending people removed from this world. So, I don't know what there is to be excited about. I get 12-year-old optimism. But people have been trying to tell you for 2 episodes now, as we go into the 3rd, that maybe this isn't as good as you hope it's going to be.
Air Temple, here we come.
Sleep now. Temple later.
Sokka, wake up! There's a prickle snake in your sleeping bag.
Ah! Get it off! Get it off! Ah!
This Avatar is a menace. He gave Chad and Riku concussions and spinal injuries. He absolutely humiliated Zuko by putting a helmet on his butt. And now we have a fake snake in a sleeping bag. And this is our symbol of peace that's going to change the world. The only thing that's changing right now is my sleep schedule.
It's Commander now, and General Iroh, great hero of our nation.
Retired general.
That's quite a bit of damage.
Yes. You wouldn't believe what happened. Uncle, tell Commander Zhao what happened.
Yes, I will do that. It was incredible. What, did we crash or something?
Yes. Right into an Earth Kingdom ship.
I don't think anyone is buying
You must
that
regale
story
me with all the thrilling
whatsoever.
details.
And to be honest, now that we know that Zuko is the prince to the Fire Lord and his uncle is a retired general of a great esteem in the Fire Nation, we get some deep lore there. But I don't think Zhao is really buying our family hype or our lineage currently. And I think there's a lot more to him than what we really would want there to be.
Hey, stomach, be quiet, all right? I'm trying to find us some food. Hey, who ate all my blubbered seal jerky?
This is what living with roommates is like.
That was food?
You were
I
saving
used
up
it to start the
food
campfire
for a
last
special
night.
day. That day finally arrives after you've been daydreaming about it all day after a long shift. You finally take your shower when you get home. You get all nice and prepped. You're mentally ready. And then the food is gone because they had it 2 or 3 days ago and they just forgot to tell you and they didn't replace it. Isn't that great?
I just want you to be prepared for what you might see. The Fire Nation is ruthless. They killed my mother. They could have done the same to your people.
Just because no one has seen an airbender doesn't mean the Fire Nation killed them all. They probably escaped.
I know it's hard to accept.
You don't understand, Katara. The only way to get to an
just gonna
airbender temple is
straight
on a
up call
flying
him
bison.
naive.
And I doubt the Fire
They
Nation has
literally
any flying
made
bison.
ships to pass through ice so they could get to the water tribes. There is no way that they did not implement some kind of tools or some kind of equipment, maybe an air balloon, maybe a blimp, something of that variety, because, you know, heat is kind of their thing, to make sure that they rise on up to the heights necessary. And then from there, could have just wrecked shop. I would love for the airbenders to be alive. But something tell me there isn't. Not a one.
And by year's end, the Earth Kingdom capital will be under our rule. The Fire Lord will finally claim victory in this war.
If my father thinks the rest of the world will follow him willingly, then he is a fool.
2 years at sea have done little to temper your tongue. So,
I've been at
how is
sea
your
for
search
2
for the
years.
Avatar going?
What did I do that deserves such great dishonor to have to live my life out here on the sea like this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what did Zuko do to cause this kind of banishment, it seems like? And again, he's probably right. Most people don't normally fall in line with those who use force to gain their political power. I mean, I'm sure he probably came from a distinguished lineage, but at the end of the day, trying to take over everyone else's stuff by force doesn't go usually all that well, even though history is written by the winners, so sometimes it's kind of a gray area you gotta read between the lines for.
If you have an ounce of loyalty left, you'll tell me what you've found.
I haven't found anything. It's like you said, the Avatar probably died a long time ago. Come on, Uncle, we're going.
Commander Zhao, we interrogated the crew as you instructed.
Oh, that's
They
neat.
confirmed Prince Zuko had
Remind
the
me to get a
Avatar in
new
custody,
crew
but let him
when we
escape.
get the opportunity. I understand torture, but I also understand I would like to go home. This kind of sucks. Full on betrayal. Maybe it was the brain damage to Chad or the spinal damage to Riku, but we're gonna need some new boys.
So that's where my friends and I would play airball. And over there is where the bison would sleep. And
What's wrong?
this place used to be full of monks and lemurs and bison. Now there's just a bunch of weeds.
You were gone 100 years.
I can't believe how
People
much
kept
things have
saying,
changed.
no one's seen an airbender. Why did you expect this to be full of life? People have politely and kindly reminded you what can happen. But for some reason, you just had to see it for yourself, and that's understandable. But I'm not pitying you as much as I should in this moment of time. There should be some kind of common sense that had kicked in by now.
So, this airball game, how do you play?
Aang 7,
I don't think
Sokka
airbenders
0.
were
Making him feel better
like
is
letting
putting
other
me in a
people
world
even have a
of
fair
hurt.
shake. Like, as a waterbender in the sky, what would you do? As an earthbender, maybe a chance to kind of move some rocks around and kind of try not to break the ball, but redirect it certain places. Firebender, I think, would probably just burn the ball to bits. So I think this is just a pro airbender sport, to be honest.
Katara, check this out.
Fire Nation.
We should tell him.
Aang, there's something you need to see.
Okay. is it?
Eventually, he's
Just
right.
a new waterbending move
He's
I
going
learned.
to see something or find something, and the reality will sink in, and we'll all feel bad at that moment in time. I understand being courteous to other people's emotions, but I also don't understand straight up lying and abusing the truth in order to make things right socially. Let the truth be what the truth is.
My ancient cake-making technique isn't the only thing on your mind, is it, Ang?
This whole avatar thing. Maybe the monks made a mistake.
The only mistake they made was telling you before you turned 16. But we can't concern
Monkeyatsu sounds
ourselves
very
with
wise.
what was. We must
I
act
kind
on
of get why
what
they wouldn't
is.
tell them till they're 16, because you at least get to live your childhood. You at least get to experience the other emotions of other kids, and you don't get treated any differently because no one really knows. However, I think they told them early because there was very, very early signs that the Fire Nation was up and active in ways in which the rest of the world had ideas about, but weren't quite ready for, even though the Avatar, of all people, needed to truly know what was coming down the pipe.
When you are ready, he will reveal himself to you. Now, are you going to help me with these cakes or not?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
So this is where Aang gets it from. He came by it honestly and naturally. He had a mentor who liked to help him have fun when things were serious. And sure, meeting someone who's going to help us on our journey to be the Avatar sounds fantastic. But also splattering cakes on your friends is also a great time when lemurs get to just jump on them and harass them as such. And by the way, you lemurs, they are adorable.
But Aang, no one could have survived in there for 100 years.
It's not impossible. I survived in the iceberg for that long.
Good point.
Katara, whoever's in there might help me figure out this avatar
Where do
thing.
you go with
And
this?
whoever's in
Sokka,
there
what
might have a
optimism
medley of
do you
delicious,
have? You're making
cured
Aang
meats.
look like he's living in the world of reality. But again, a spiritual journey is so much easier than, I guess, this physical journey of you're hoping there's going to be food that survived for 100 years. Unless they literally have Twinkies behind that door, you're probably out of luck, Sokka. That was neat as hell. My only question is, why were people building giant doors? Why was there such a necessity for just giant gaping doors? Like, do you want to look into that or why that was a necessity? Because we could have had a normal sized door. Because look how short Aang is by comparison. Aang is about yay tall. The door is out of the frame. That's an impressive sized door.
So a 12-year-old boy bested you and your firebenders. You're more pathetic than I thought.
I underestimated him once, but it will not happen again.
No, it will not, because you won't have a second chance.
Commander Zhao, I've been hunting the Avatar for 2 years and
And you failed.
He just wants
Capturing
the
the Avatar
glory.
is
He
too
wants the
important to
praise.
leave in
This
a
seems like one of those
teenager's
societies where you
He's
can
mine
relate it to
now.
Star Wars, and big Star Wars fan, by the way, where literally the higher up you got, the more crooked things you've done. And by seizing Zuko's glory for himself, or his honor for himself, Zhao hopes to become someone who is even more powerful, even more in line with the Fire Lord, and, all the power, prestige, the money that goes with it. But again, when you work in these kind of societies where you have to do these sorts of things that get higher and higher and higher, at a certain point, the moral cost is just too high. And I don't think screwing over a 15-year-old to make myself look good really helps you win anything in life, you know? Bullying kids as an adult is a waste of everybody's time, energy, and effort. Don't do it.
But it feels like I know them somehow. Look, that one's an airbender.
And this one's a waterbender. They're lined up in a pattern. Air, water, earth, and fire.
That's the Avatar cycle.
Of course. They're avatars. All these people
I'm
are your
just
past
curious.
lives, Aang.
How
Wow.
do you make statues for
so
every
many.
single avatar and know when to stop? Is it just kind like you kind of run out of space? Or you just have some kind of prophecy you're kind of going off of? Because luckily we ended up at the last avatar. But was that luck, or is this a prophecy thing?
Who is that?
That's Avatar Roku, the Avatar before me.
You were a firebender? No wonder I didn't trust you when we first met.
There's no writing. How do you know his name?
I'm not sure. I just know it somehow.
You just couldn't get any weirder.
Honestly, that is one of the weirdest movie cliches.
You're making a sound?
Shut up. Don't make any sounds. Like, you by going shh literally just made noise. Just. And then hand signals. We don't have to make all this ruckus.
That firebender won't know what hit him.
As this lemur,
Dinner.
the fact that I
Don't
have
listen to
only
me.
two
You're gonna be
options
my new
of
pet.
servitude and being your dinner is horrific. I'm going to take option 3, which means screw you both. I'm out of here. Or as Cartman would say, screw you guys. I'm going home. That was a horrible Cartman impression. Why do you guys subscribe to this?
Don't underestimate me, Zhao. I will capture the Avatar before you.
Prince Zuko, that's enough.
You can't compete with me. I have hundreds of warships under my command, and you're just a banished prince.
Oh,
we're
playing that card, are we?
Your
Your
own
daddy
father
hates
doesn't
you.
even want you.
But again, after 2 years of banishment at sea, looking for someone who's been gone for 100 years, at a certain point, this is like the parent who sent their kid to go out and get milk. But the milk no longer exists in this universe. So, Zhao could be right, but we're fighting verbally dirty.
If your father really wanted you home, he would have let you return by now, Avatar or no Avatar. But in his eyes, you are a failure and a disgrace to the Fire Nation.
That's not true.
You have the scar to prove it.
Oh, maybe you'd like one to match.
Is that a challenge?
What does Zhao
An
have
Agni
to
Kai.
win
And
by doing
sunset.
this? I just want to walk through the steps.
Very well.
I am a guy who has weird, like, mutton chops on the side of my face. In my 30s, I am already being promoted through the ranks of the Fire Nation. Clearly, I have done this by dirty means, as I literally just seized information via torture from members of our own nation. We are on the same side, but I'm torturing my people. Now, I talked a little bit of smack to a 15-year-old, maybe. I'm not really sure on his age. And now, I'm challenging him to a fight? Is there no level Zhao won't stoop to? I have nothing to win by this. I either beat up a kid, or I lose to a kid. This is a lose-lose situation where just anger has ruled us into the path of stupidity.
Hey, come back! Come on out, little lemur. That hungry guy won't bother you anymore. Firebenders? They were here?
I knew he was gonna find out, and I knew it was gonna be jarring.
Gyatso.
But damn, your mentor is the person you find out is the one who has been killed by the Fire Nation. Albeit the fact, though, he is surrounded by 35 firebenders at the very least. He was 1v35ing, and then eventually succumbed. Respect to a legend, but boy, do we all wish he had survived.
Everything will be all right. Let's get out of here.
Hey!
Send
I'm
word to the
just
Fire
gonna
Lord
draw some attention to something real quick.
immediately. The Avatar
This is the
has
second
returned.
time he's done this in 3 episodes. Because, he became the water typhoon last episode. Is the Avatar state for every single time activate this? Because otherwise they should have already known. Or is this just because I activated my Avatar state here, of all places, even though I'm, outside the temple. I'm just on the technically temple grounds, that all of the shrines now have matched up. Because, it would have been hilarious if it had activated last time, but no one was praying at the shrines, so literally nothing happened, and no one was informed. Now, cat's out of the bag. We put a very large target on our back, but we get why his emotional state triggered this. Seeing your mentor like this, yeah, that's tough.
What happened?
He found out firebenders killed Gyatso.
Oh no! It's his avatar spirit! He must have triggered it! I'm
That
gonna
thought
try
never
and
crossed
calm
my
him
mind
down.
as a kid.
Well, do
Like,
it
if they hadn't
before he
explained
blows us
that.
off the mountain.
Because if he just went crazy and just, force pushed everybody, I'm falling for thousands and thousands of feet only to meet a sudden stop that I'm just not ready for. That's a terrible way to go. And then he has to add removal of friends to his list of grief, which would just re-trigger the series of emotions. So hopefully we can fix this. I gotta say, I know I'm breaking up a really exciting fight. People are like, hey, go back to the action. But this is such a cool design. It's such a cool concept to come up with. If you are the author and creator of this, hats off to you. This is spectacular. And the animators are cooking. Because this is, from early 2000s, and it still holds up. Sweep the leg, Johnny! Oh, sorry. Wrong film. Same principle applies.
Do it!
I do hate the whole
That's
reluctant hero business.
Your father
where we
raised a
fire
coward.
shot off right next to him just to show him that we can. Because Zhao had this coming. You tortured my crew. You humiliated me. You brought up every single PTSD trigger I've had in my past just to taunt me and humiliate me. And then I kick your butt and you're still smack talking me? At a certain point, your mouth is just cashing checks that your body could not make happen. Just quiet down a little bit. A nice matching scar would have been the perfect thing for you. But again, this shows that even in exile, he's got honor.
Next time you get in my way, I promise, I won't hold back.
Where did Iroh even come from? He was like 40 feet in the other clear direction. And then next thing you know, he literally grabs him and throws him 10 feet by a foot. Iroh was a legend. And I understand that he was still getting all those props from Zhao earlier. Now we're starting to see why he was getting those props.
So this is how the great Commander Zhao acts in defeat? Disgraceful. Even in exile, my nephew is more honorable.
Iroh out here cutting with his words like a knife.
Thanks again for the tea.
Hey, you met your hero. You finally got to have tea with him, host him as you've ascended the ranks of the Fire Nation, only for him to tell you to your face that you are disgraceful after you just got your butt whooped by his 15-year-old nephew. Not a good day.
And I know how hard it is to lose the people you love. I went through the same thing when I lost my mom. Monk Gyatso and the other airbenders may be gone, but you still have a family.
The
Sokka
impact
and I,
later
we're your
on of
family
saying
now.
something like this. But realistically, I have known you for maybe a week tops. And we're throwing around the family card. It's a little early for this, but every anime, cartoon, however you want to put it, does this trope. And every time they do it, it's like you pulled the trigger a little early on the deep, impactful feelings. Like, I get meeting impactful people, but family at a week? Nah, we lying here. We're just telling him what he wants to hear.
Promise.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It wasn't your fault.
But you were right. And if firebenders found this temple,
I know we knew
means they
that
found
because
the
of the
other
show
ones
title,
too.
but
I really am
finding
the last
out in
airbender.
this way, yeah, that's a tough one.
Looks like you made a new friend, Sokka.
Can't talk, must eat.
Hey, little guy. You, me,
That
and
is a
Appa,
very
we're
heartfelt
all that's
sentiment.
left of this place. We
Not
have to
only
stick
did
together.
this creature offer us food, but now he's going to be part of the gang. The last three of us are the last of a generation. And now we have to kind of make do with what we can here.
What are you gonna name him?
Sokka always seems to be getting like the short end of the stick. But at the same time, it's nice seeing that their family is coming together. And what's finally come together is this entire episode. So thank you, as always, for watching these videos, hitting that like button, being sure to subscribe if you really enjoyed the content. And by all means, we'll have another one out in the next 2 days, as I like to keep the cycle up. But again, just letting you know, if it's not every other day, it's because I finally had to go get a JOB, which we've applied for, and we'll see what happens. But, you know, that market is a little rank at the moment. So, in the meantime, thanks for all your support. I'll see you guys in the next one.